Shiny Day, welcome in. It's noon over here, so we're hearing the noon alarm. Some people might still be in ad hell. I forgot to run the ad break immediately when I started the stream. I usually do that so most people don't have to deal with ads when they jump in. Which I guess is not a concern if you are subscribed, but who would subscribe to this channel? That seems crazy. That seems absolutely bonkers. I mean, you could be crazy. I don't know. I don't know how you live your life. Hello, Shiny Day. We have two thumbnails to make today. Yeah, one for Road to Empress. I think I know what I want to do with that thumbnail, but I'll still scrub through the video. And we also have Silent Hill F, which I don't think I took any notes for. So, or did I? I've been shit at taking notes. October. Yeah, I didn't take any notes. Of course I didn't. That would make sense. That would make my job easier, so therefore I'm not gonna do it. I only do things that make my job harder. That's how I roll. But speaking of which, let's actually do my job. Any funny Jacob and Julia faces? I don't know why every motorcycle needs to go by making the most absurd amount of noise you could possibly do. It's incredible how such a tiny device can make so much noise. Gotta let you know they're there. I guess if your enemy is cars, you kinda do have to make yourself noticeable. Otherwise, you get trapped under someone's blind spot. And I wouldn't want to be in that position if I was a motorcycle rider. But also, I don't know that I would be a motorcycle rider. I'm barely a bicycle rider. I somewhat know how to ride a bicycle, but I've never really cared to own one. T-Flavor Roses, hello. Shiny Day, welcome in. I'm complaining about loud motorcycles. You love the idea of motorcycles, but not in a way that makes you want to own one. if I were to spend a ludicrous amount of money on something that looks like a motorcycle, I would probably get one of those arcade machines that you get to play like Cruising USA or whatever those games are called. Nadine, hello, shiny day, welcome in. Yeah, like a simulated ride. You're so EP. I'm just gonna go take a nap real quick. Got it. I'm surprised Twitch is working. Well, no, AWS got fixed yesterday. Because I was thinking that Amazon was having issues with their servers. But I think that got resolved yesterday before the evening. Here we go. You're so sick, so if you disappear, you've officially passed out. As long as you don't pass away. I'm okay with that. Nothing to plan so far? Sick. Trying to find the perfect amount of stuff on the screen. This VOD got muted on Twitch. Um, I'm not sure why. It's too long of a section to be a specific song. Unless it assumed it was a song and then it muted the amount of time that that song would last. But I don't think any of the songs in this game are playing for that long. Brother called you from the loudest supermarket ever. Are you sure it wasn't an auction house? I almost said action house, which I don't know what that would entail. It's coming out tomorrow. It should. It's an action house like Baba Yaga's hut. That's a house that takes actions. Do we have a death count? On the first stream, someone did have a tally, but I don't think they kept up with it. Maybe they got souped too. Next stabbing woman. For as silly as the hair on this child looks, it still does look like it's his hair. Tricelli, hello. Shiny day. Or is it Drizzly? One of the two, you can correct me. Next stabbing woman was really out of control. It's entirely too many neck stabs. She got addicted to neck stabbing. That'll happen. If you can stab necks without any consequences. Also, the pain that she had wasn't even that sharp. If you look at the tip of it, it's like rounded. Do we have a shell in here? No. Don't think so. So I think she just has a ton of strength on, I guess it would be her wrist, to support the resistance that skin has against being stabbed. Those chains are so big. That's the kind of chain you put on a truck. So unnecessary to hold someone with that caliber of chain. It's also clearly made out of foam or some lightweight material because she would not be able to move that freely with those chains on. We can get through all of that. I'll need to screenshot a dying woman. This is like meme material screenshot. Crossfade transitions are very memeable. Forgot to silence my phone. Whoops. Forgot it vibrates extremely hard when you set it to vibrate mode. It goes, check this out. I need to email UPS today to see what happened with my package. For those who missed that whole thing, I bought a vinyl skin for my phone. Came in a couple, like less than a week later, but customs was saying that I needed to pay like $300 in taxes and import fees. I messaged UPS. They were like, "Oh yeah, we have on record that you're getting 27 of these," and I'm like, "No, I'm only getting one." So I had to do all the paperwork, and they told me to check in with them on the 20th, which was yesterday. So I need to send them an email today and be like, "Hey, what happened to my package?" Also, I had messaged the company that I bought it from. Like the day I got the email that I was being charged an exorbitant amount. Um, in fees. Because I was like, hey, this seems wrong. Do you have any advice? Because I know they don't control how much custom charges, but I figure they might have uh, some advice for me. They replied last week, so like 2.5 weeks later, being like, we have nothing to do with this. You should check with your you should check the fees that custom charges in your country. And I'm like, yes, I understand. That's not why I asked you. I wanted to know if they had more information in the package too. Because they are the seller, they can access more information about what they are selling and what has been sent, but I guess they didn't. Here's what the other items are now. I feel like I should get a preview of everything for funsies for the chaos I got put through. Either small beep. I think what happened is that they consolidated all of the packages that they were going to send across the world in the same shipment. Because my shipment went from Canada, I bought from a Canadian company, to Dubai. It went around Dubai for like a day or two because it was going to different warehouses in Dubai. Then it went to the UK. Then it went to Brazil. Then it came to Chile. And then they were like, yeah, you gotta pay us $300 for these 27 items that you're buying. And then I kept getting updates about the shipment. So even though my package was at customs at the border, or at the airport, I should say, it the tracking number was telling me that it then went to, I think it was Paraguay. And then it eventually told me that it couldn't give me updates about it. So it was definitely fucked. Oh my god, she's rejuvenating the flowers. Damn, she's good. I love a frame of Jacob reaching out for the camera. Lots of drama, people almost dying, burning, death. I was realizing the other day that both Road to Empress and Silent Hill um, deal with the mistreatment of women in one way or another. Should look away. This is the first time you care about spoilers. It's okay, I'm already done scrubbing through the video. And I do think the part that I'm gonna put on the thumbnail is from the like the very start. Well, the sentence that I'm gonna use is for the very end, but it won't make sense until you actually go through and watch the video. I guarantee you that. Where do I got that? Here, here, here. Because I want to use this. Well, she herself has a pretty good line there, but I think I'm going to replace it. And then we're going to type, they are putting me in fifths. Patrick, hello. I think I'm going to do the R. If we're going to have it off to the side. Nope. I might need to in-paint this section on this. We need some in-painting here. Where are thou? currently in below. I'm just gonna good enough for me. And for this, I don't know how this is gonna look. Like ass, but you know, none of these are elements that make sense. So that's okay. We're gonna use in painting for this corner of the monitor. Kind of works. Is that the same motorcycle? Is it just doing laps? Doing laps? You're gonna retouch most of these leathers. We would have left to go all the way to Chile and not say hi to me. I wouldn't put it past her. But I don't know what she would want to do down here on her own. That seems like not something she would do. I'm definitely gonna need to clone that one. Texture is too inconsistent. For these flat sections, not to call this actress flat, but I mean the texture is flat. Or homogeneous? Is that a word? Has to be, right? Whatever, consistent. This works great. It is a word? Hell yeah. Hey, my dictionary's back. I don't know if I agree with that definition of homogeneous, but I can't say that it's wrong either. Is that correct? Somewhat. A little too harsh on the shadow, actually. Gonna pale it up a bit. There we go, that's better. Got. Should I change my nib? Saw a post on social media the other day where someone had just a massive scratch sewn in the middle of the tablet, which is kind of strange because I would feel like you use more of it, but apparently they would draw mostly in the center. And the caption on their post said, change your nibs regularly. And I do agree. But also, I don't think you should be pressing on your nibs so hard that they destroy the glass on your screen. You need a screen protector. Yeah. I mean, for a mobile device, like if you're drawing on your iPad, maybe, but um, for a screen tablet, I feel like that shouldn't be necessary. You know, I'm saying nips, but brain kid, your brain heard nips. So when I said press on my nips or press on your nips, so you had to say that and buffer for a sec. It's not uncommon for me to talk about nips. Um, but right now, not the case. nip stream. That one cost extra. You're gonna have to really pay for that one. I'm gonna start a stream on Fansly, and the only difference between that and this stream is that I will be streaming without the shirt on. I'll be playing like Animal Crossing, but shirtless. And that'll cost you $25 a month. Plus taxes. Considering my love for sweaters. Well, I could have like one of these and just keep it open. That would be even sexier. Maybe I'll have a dress shirt and keep it open. There is clearly a boob window. I feel like that would be more of a boob garage door, because if I want my nips to be out, it gotta be a bit bigger than a window. I have to design it. I'm gonna pay the spicy the spicy tier on trophy, so Karina can design me an outfit or a sweater that covers basically nothing. Just a draping of a few threads. Yeah. Okay, I think that should. Yeah, that's fine. Could be two windows. It'll be a booth mall, so you can go window shopping. Booth gallery. One of those shirts with a mesh line across the booth, calling it an anti-censor bar. Oh, strip mall is really good. That's not where I was going, but that is very good. Why is that the live perspective button? It's reduced tracking. This tracking? Yeah. And the space between lines. Make it about the same as the letters. Jenna has gone to a con, which is like a cardboard sensor bar. Was she like Sims character? Or was it just for the love of the game? Just the love of the game? Okay. I respect that. I would do the same. If it wasn't because not having boobs make it less desirable for people uh, for less acceptable to go around naked. Well, it's simultaneously both more and less acceptable for me to go around naked. Because I could go in just shorts to most places. Um, but as soon as the shorts leave my legs, I would get tackled by at least 15 people and thrown in jail. If I had boobies, though, I would not be able to go shirtless. But if I did remove my pants, no one would care. They might look at me weird, but I wouldn't get tackled and thrown into jail. Not immediately, anyways. People will take photos first. I'm gonna make the fifths into. Oh, should I make it the yellow that the game uses for important info? Remember this. Fifths. I made the tracking too little. You want this one to be more compact. Just do the classic, make all the lines take the same space. I just remind you of the idiots on the internet complaining about Silent Hill F not letting you redact it. Now you're sad and angry. Zachary. Isn't that the name of a character? I'm thinking of Zacharias from a hit game 80s. Bye, Small Beep. Thanks for being here. Indian food. Ooh. Let's that's the select. This is group. We're gonna rasterize this layer. Didn't we have a whole discussion about whether or not tongues are tentacles? Conclusion, which I do not remember. It was something about elephant trunks technically being a tentacle, but not a penis. Discussion was if dicks were tentacles. Okay, that's where it started. I remember that someone was very adamant about dicks not being tentacles, which was probably you. Maybe Snaggle. Elephant trunks and tongues are muscular hydrostats, which is the same thing tentacles are. Yes, you have the word muscular hydrostats memorized from that conversation. Hey, we love some learning around here. Create a fill layer. And make it a gradient. We're gonna make it. Actually, let's grab some colors from this. Grab that orange and grab brown. I did this extremely wrong. Just in the fill layer doesn't add a mask. Let's do this again. Brown to less brown. I guess orange to less orange. This brown is not a color. Things are crashing. Oh no, my mouse died. That's different. My mouse wasn't responding and I was like, oh no, it's crashing. Which is telling you to all go watch Lab's VOD instead. Maybe you should. Let's. It's interesting that Twitch is trying to push people to watch VODs. I did not think that they would care to make that kind of push. Twitch is trying to push people to turn off all notifications. It seems to be that way. Oh, yep. Has weather just enabled. I don't think Twitch has the infrastructure to replace YouTube. It's that they want to, not that they can. Fair. Make sure that these are masked appropriately. I think they just in general desperately want you to stay on Twitch for any reason or just throwing shit at the wall and see what sticks. I do believe that they're trying to find something that makes their platform more engaging. I think the losing money is finally catching up to them. And they can't afford to keep losing money for very long. Which means they either make some extreme changes or Twitch goes down, which would kind of be a problem. And I don't think it's a problem because uh, people will lose their job. There are other places where you can do essentially the same thing. The problem is that YouTube will have less and less competition. That's the problem. Not that YouTube has much competition to begin with. I would love it if these companies stop pretending that they don't run the world and just kind of divide their territories already. I want to know whose dick do I need to suck for the next 50 years. All right, this is the thumbnail. Am I missing anything? Don't think so? Cool. Just double checking, making sure there's no like weird tangents or anything. Because when you're looking at something for the better part of an hour, you kind of lose track. Governments are too busy with censorship to care. They should just give in. X should be shifted down a pixel and right one. For Y. Because of my bleeds. Oh, I see what you mean. I see what you mean. Is that because of the outline fucks me over? Yeah, the outline fucks me over. It was more than 1 pixel, you fool. It was like 5. Thank you. Where is Road to Empress? That's the wrong folder. What am I looking for? Okay. Jesus. Road to Empress. Oh my god. Cannot have taken me that long to find a fucking folder. Save. And then we export. Yeah, looks okay. I wrote 3 and I need to save one without the number. I don't know that it's really making that much of a difference, but I need to keep trying in order to gather enough information. Cool, that's first thumbnail done. Oh, Jacob messaged me. What is he asking me? Hmm. Okay. He's asking me about the progress on the poop garage door. That'll be an interesting question to receive from your boss. Have I noticed a drop in how many people are seeing the VODs live? Although YouTubers you follow are complaining that the algorithm is completely ignoring them. No. It's generally the same. There was an issue with people who use ad blocking not counting for any of your stats. But I don't remember if they changed that on the privacy filters. That was the issue that you could verifiably see on, at least on our end. We don't have as many viewers as we used to have for a spell. I can actually check the stats for you. Views for the last year. Yeah, so we're not peaking as high as we would have earlier this year. But that dip kind of correlates to August changes to ad blocker rule sets. Can leave users' response to people using ad blockers to make life miserable for the people who do still see ads. Yeah, I legitimately think that YouTube Premium is a good service. I don't like that people are being pushed to it because not having it is an awful experience. What was I gonna check? Oh yeah, I want to check views based on um, device type. I don't want to filter it. Device type. Yearly. No, monthly. Over the last. Yeah, so normally, um, uh, this is fine. Show you this graph. So this is our last 360 days, and the blue line up top is mobile users, and then you have this green line down here that is desktop users, and then TV, and then tablet. So you can see that when ad blockers change the rules, this computer or browser metric no longer tracks the same way as this mobile one, because they all track relatively the same, but this one dipped, and I don't believe it has recovered quite yet. So this might be the reason why some people are seeing less views on their videos, and there's also like a ripple effect from, you know, having less views, getting less recommended, so on and so forth. So it takes a while to recover. We're still recovering from this dip of not having uploaded videos for a month. But that's just how it goes, baby. Tablet users are counted separately from mobile? Apparently. I don't know what's the rationale behind that. Probably because their tablet app sucks. It's really interesting. Our stats are very evenly split. It's like almost 30% each. So a few thousand, it's people with 50K average getting 2K. Well, that I could not tell you what's going on there. That seems like a huge change, but also I don't know that YouTube intentionally does things to hurt people, but I could see YouTube unintentionally doing something that fucks them over. That is definitely not the change that we have seen. Well, YouTube is such a massive platform that any change will negatively impact someone in a big way just by the sheer amount of creators on the platform. There's also people who change their style of content and no longer get as many views. Make sure that you are playing. Pretty much never made your YouTube watching choices based off video live notifications. I don't know that anyone does. In fact, I do believe that having notifications, users having notifications for your videos can be a problem depending on how they interact with it, because it counts as an impression. But if they don't click it, then it counts as an ignored impression. And it also doesn't count that you watch the video shortly after, because there's some people will see the notification, add the video to their watch later, and then dismiss the notification and watch it later. But that doesn't count as interacting with the notification. So it's like you have it, but you're not interested in the video, which gets fucking with the stats. I don't know that it actually matters, but if you care about the numbers, those numbers look bad. They have been changing how some of the metrics look. Because now they don't. They used to have like new viewers and returning viewers, which was a very binary stat. You either have people who watch a video of yours recently or people who have been watching your videos for a little bit. Now it's new viewers. I have the thing, I can look at it. Where is it? New viewers, casual viewers, and regular viewers. So people who just started watching your channel, people who have been watching your channel for up to 5 months over the past year, and people who have watched your channel for 6 or more months over the past year. Those are regular viewers. So you have a better understanding of where your audience is. Like if you have a ton of new viewers but not regular viewers, maybe you're not keeping them engaged for long enough. If you have a ton of regular viewers but not new viewers, maybe your packaging is not as good. So on and so forth. It's just a metric. Should you turn off assistant notifications? Do what's best for you. My recommendation, this is for anyone who watches our channel or interacts with any channel on YouTube. Do what is most comfortable to you. Do not worry about the numbers. That is the creator's job, to worry about the numbers, and they have to make decisions based on the numbers that they see. You as a viewer are not responsible for those. Do what you want. I appreciate that people want to help, but trying to gamble the system is why we are where we are right now. Tags no longer matter because people were gambling the system. And every other feature that YouTube has, if people try to like min-max it to a breaking point, it will go away. So just use the platform how it's most comfortable to you, and the pieces will fall into place. You're asking specifically for success because you have the schedule memorized anyway, so it doesn't matter to you whether you get notified or not. But what if I post a video late? What if I forget to schedule it? Hi, Lep. Shiny day. Or early. Yeah. That's for Julia to check in on me. Yeah. She did mention it um on the Silent Hill stream, but the video hadn't gone live, and she was like, "Khaz is usually really on schedule. Are they dead?" General metrics are most useful when they are portraying how your audience is actually interacting with things, and not just how they think they should be. Or Draz, didn't consider Draz would say your message and immediately have a what the fuck reaction. Oh yeah, for those who weren't on the chat for SSS stream last night, which I imagine is most of you, Patrick just sent a message that said Khaz was jacking it with friends, I believe it was. And Draz was like, the fuck? The hell kind of message is this? And then Draz realized it was Patrick. So it was probably a silly joke and not someone being inappropriate. Someone being inappropriate, but in a less disgusting way. I really need Twitch to add the ability for mods to put like a little flare on someone's username so that they are easily recognizable as normal people. I don't know how Twitch would do it. I don't think it would work, but I need somewhere in between VIP and regular chatter that doesn't require having to click on their name and be putting notes down. Just P. I mean, it could be IP. Could be, well, they don't necessarily have to be important. This boss design is really cool. If you like horror, RP, real person. Do you have that exact thought process? Real or regular? I think regular will work well. It would be handy to know who's there a lot. And you discover one of them is secretly evil and call that Lies of P. Yeah, dude. I check on. Oh, something. Yeah. I still need to finish up tomorrow's video. Because if I got muted and I don't have subtitles for like the 2 minutes that's muted, and Jacob just sent me the videos today. So I have to go in and finish that up. And make sure that it's not going to get us content ID'd. Oh, this is the sucking on a fucking font. Almost forgot about that. You know, this BMO muted the computer before I said anything. Nice. Sniped. You still don't even know the context of why you made stream chat that. Do you want to know? Um, Jacob was really tired on Sunday because he had gone to a wedding. So his brain was a little out of it. And he was stuck on the fact that you can put sucking and a fucking on pretty much any song if you don't know the lyrics. So they started doing that. They started replacing lyrics for Disney songs. And they kept laughing at it. I'm assuming it was just a one-off thing. I mean, Jacob said it as a problem that he had because you can't just put those words on any song. It's not good to do. But Julia kept finding funny songs to replace things with. Valiant effort. Is that the world? What's it? Fuck's. It's 2-1 from original Mario Bros. First underground level. Why is that song called? 2-1 Mario level song name. It's probably called Sucking and a Fucking. Yeah. Most likely. Was it not 2-1? Is it 1-2? Actually, I have the Nintendo Music app. So maybe it's there. Um, 84, 85. It's literally just called Underground BGM. Cool. Do I have any emails that I should be concerned about? No. I had a missed call, but I don't think that would matter much. It's a very ambitious close-up. For a game that's not that high fidelity. You get to play as dead people later. Nice. Simultaneously, both a lot happened on the stream and also not very much. So we'll see how I deal with that conundrum. New from templates. Sunhill F. And we remove everything that's not really. You might need the arrow again. Duck can stay. That mask can go. All right, the video title is fucked, so they're not in order anymore. Is this a spoiler? I'm real long. I guess this is technically a spoiler. How do I want to do this? Uh, Probably carefully. I could have this I and put the text. Uh, that's the wrong text tool. Unako is dead. Speaking of dead people, strike through for trauma. Do I not get to choose how wide the strike through is? I guess not. That looks a little dinky. I guess I can make it red. I guess I can strike that through myself with my own lines. That is an option that I have as someone that is working with the software. You know? Just one of those things that you can do when you are actually in control of the things that you press. Crazy, I know. Can I move you? It is dramatic. I don't know how it both seems very clickable and also not clickable at all. This is thinking music. in the red line sucking on a fucking. Yeah, dude. Artistic text. I can technically write it on the curve. But it makes it. Yeah, no, that's all I want. I forget it makes it into a curved path, not. Um, this is the fucking Supreme logo. Let's make it. If I wanted me to be here all day, you tell me to replace the I with the SSSI. That might be easier than you think. Honestly, this would be a cool logo for something, but I don't think it's. I'll keep this in mind in case I ever need a company logo. But I don't think this is gonna make it into the cut. You were too low on the screenshot? Okay. Do you want a close up? This is a new Kojima game. Dad sucking on a fucking. Cool. Imagine if that was a thumbnail. Just the close up. For my channel, I'd probably go with that because that's hilarious. But in the interest of having people actually click on the video, I think I'm gonna put. Well, they might. They might. Sometimes you just have to do something that seems completely out of left field and people will adore it. My only problem is that the number is going to ruin my composition. I kind of like it this way. You know, I think this color scheme reminds me of um Mirror's Edge. Bonbon, hello. The title for a standalone Asterian game. CDPR, get on it. And why would CD Projekt Red do it? That's not. What the fuck did Baldur's Gate? Can't remember their name. Iron something? Lyrian, there you go. Yeah, Lyrian could do it. No problem. If it was CD Projekt Red, they would fuck it up. Not only because they're not the best at writing stories, they're also terrible at releasing anything. I don't think a single one of their games has released in a playable state. And also, GOG is not very useful. But game preservation, though. I saw that freaking GOG hired a private investigator to find a person that still held the rights for like a 20-year-old. No, actually, it's more like 30 or 40-year-old game at this point, so that they could get those rights to be able to publish it. So on that front, great company. Any software they release, not good. You gotta wait for like a year and a half for it to get cooked properly. What was I doing? Putting this on the eye. I could. Let's do it the easy way. And then we'll do it the technically simpler way, but can be more complicated. This is not what I want to cancel. I need a live filter perspective. I'm having a hard time finding what the plane is supposed to look like. Just trying to find anchor points. I guess The DM has given you points to buy magic items ahead of this one shot, but now you need ideas on which items to get. It's a horror mystery. Get a van. Don't think that works. Let me. I need to update Blender. 5.0 released a while ago. Or I think it did. We're gonna give me a UV sphere. Shades mode. What's texturing? UV editing. Material and material. Oh. New. Yeah, that's fine. Step away from the blender. This is just the easy way of doing this. This is actually the easy way of doing this. Open. It's the big logo. Shade. Texture. And we go into our material shader. Input texture. Image texture, open. Or can I just use the? I can't. Color. Then we go back to our UV. Select this, make it. Can I make the image smaller? Let's make you like half the size. Let's just do 256. I resized my UV stuff. Babel, hello. I want you to resize that for the whole thing. I guess, yeah. Oh, but what I can do is replace it with this. Oh. And then we grab our UV. Why do you like this? Oh. And I'm going to move it so it's centered to those vertices. Then we can make it a little bigger. Oh yeah, I fixed the puddle pretty much the day that we noticed that it was broken. The issue seemed to be that in the when I fixed the puddle to clean itself, um, I was doing a check for the puddle existing, and it wasn't working properly because obviously if it deletes itself, it's not there. So I had to change that behavior, and now it works fine. Okay, so that looks cool. It really does, but I'm going to keep it at it's an actual line. Are you going to run there? Hello? What happened with that? There it is. Okay, so now I need to take. How does this work again? I need a camera, and we shift to that being the active camera. And now I need to move you away. I guess not like that. What? How do I set a background? View or view or camera background. Does anyone write text tutorials anymore? What version of Blender is this? I don't think this is the case anymore. I guess I can just add an empty and give it a texture. Background. Pictures, screenshots. Now, where's the one? Are they sorted by date? Kinda. Uh-huh. So now we go to our camera and we rotate, we rotate you to be. Wait, is this background empty? Get added. Um, in relationship to the viewport. I don't know. Where's it? Why are you not showing anymore? There we go. That's why I want it. And then we grab our sphere. Can I? Oh, I can make you a wireframe. Now, how do I make you transparent? I guess under notes, I'll have to make my shader less opaque. There we go. Easy. Oh my god. Sphere. Do need to shrink you. Not an unnecessary amount of work. Probably know you're gonna like it. Give me my shader again. The eye is too big, or the pupil is too big. Let's change this UV. Make the iris. Sorry, the iris. To make the iris smaller. Husband took you to an Indian buffet, and now you're so full you won't eat for 6 weeks. Welcome back, Small Beef. Um we're just painting an eye. Just having this eye sort of interact this scene a little bit. Well, since I'm doing it myself, I guess I don't have to have it look to the exact same spot. Can make it a little creepier. I kind of side eye you a little bit. And I do need this material to be different. Because it's too dull. Can I just bump the metallic? I think I should just reduce the roughness. Um, I need transmission I want. Subsurface. A little bit of that. I do need actually I don't need sheen. I need emission. They had chicken vindaloo. So obviously you had to test the boundaries of how much your earthly body can hold. You know what? Chico and Julia Cam screen subsurface. I could set it to be the reflection. If I add another image texture. Yeah, subsurface coloring is just the fact that your certain surfaces are not completely opaque. Like if you shine a light through your finger, that's essentially it. I want it to be a specular. No. Still not quite on the right spot. Those seem to be way shinier than this, though. Eyes are really shiny. Can I change my HDRI? Don't think so. Let's add a this is a noise texture. So we can get it into our specular. No idea what I'm doing. So essentially I'm just putting settings on these nodes to make the eye look more eye-like. I'm probably not going to make it very convincing, but I do want it to be at least somewhat eye adjacent. So I have a texture that's serving as sort of a reflection off of it. I'm adding this noise texture, which I don't think that it's really doing what I want it to, but the point is to have this noise texture go into this specular. So the specularity is how reflective something is. So you can see, I guess not really how. I need a different thing to showcase this. I guess my hand works. So, no, my hand's too dry. Anyways, the point is, there are spots on your materials that will be more reflective than others. There'll be like tiny highlights. So that's what specularity does, and you can put a thing on it to sort of just randomize where those spots are. The shiny wets reflect more, yes. It also has to do with the angle at which you're looking at it. Because if I show you my phone from here, it's not as reflective as if I showed it to you in a way that's like reflecting the light. Actually, it's easier to see on the side. That side. It gets brighter if you are in the path where the light is reflecting. I guess I just gotta render this and see how it looks in the composition. Do not render it in the view in F12. Oh, I don't have any fucking lights. Of course. I need a... let's do a spotlight, actually. Good angles plus wets plus good surface equal. Yes. Yeah. That's a takeaway. Let's go to my camera and I need you to be rendered. What render am I using? Eevee? That's okay. Let's do cycles. Even though it's probably gonna fuck with my stream. I need to be shinier. Yeah, there we go. I also need this to be set different. This camera. Um, where are the camera settings? That's okay. Whoa. Give it a render. Um, let's see this. And we're gonna go here. Reference. Yeah. All right. Bonk. And we're gonna go to this folder. I really shouldn't be taking this long considering I still have a lot of other things to do. Oh, Blender crashed. All right then. Yeah. That's fine. I didn't even get to try it. I'm moving at 3 frames per second. Um, is that gonna work or is that gonna crash again? Uh-huh. Are you actually a PNG or not? Because I didn't tell you that the background was transparent. Alright. There's something here about background being transparent. I do want to actually save the project. Uh, transparent background blender. Um, cycles. I'm using cycles. Yeah. Under properties editor, render. Film panel. You lost me. Film transparent. Uh-huh. Look at me, I'm a stop motion cartoon. Uh, what? Now it did. Plunk. So then I should be able to just do this. And then we add a mask. It would be so funny to you if this doesn't get used in both your post in SSS stream challenge is fully unrelated to the final thumbnail. At this point, I kind of just have to roll with it because otherwise I will waste entirely too much time. And like I said, I do have other things that I need to be doing. And I need the eyelashes to poke through. So one of these ends needs to well, not dark enough. How's the reflection of the eye darker than everything else? Roll me that bad then. Actually looks good. And you didn't believe in me. Actually looks kind of freaky without the eyelash. I will very hastily with some chalk grab this color, sort of paint. It's too opaque. I need my acrylics. Sort of give her like a bit of makeup here. When is SSS going to make color contacts merch? If only. This is a thumbnail for no one. But it looks cool. Here's the thumbnail for Julia. It sure is. And then I'm gonna have to put this fuck ass number. It's gonna ruin my entire composition. But you know what? Such is the life of being on YouTube. Actually, just want it vertical. And the number needs to be above everything else. You can be down there. I don't need you. You're fine. You should go up there. I don't need you. A duck. Ever present. Feet. Uh-huh. Have the number superimposed over the pupil? Unfortunately, no. I will not be doing that. I need the number to be readable. For that 3, if only. If only we got that. I do think it's a cool idea, but the number is entirely functional. It's not there to be an aesthetic choice. For truck, yeah, there's like my neighbor, platform. Oh, I see. My neighbor works in construction and he usually joins parks outside whatever he's driving that day. Today he has his little truck loaded with a tiny excavator. It looks silly. Silent Hill or something else. Jealous. You would be. I was watching a video the other day and my um my thought was like, this is such a bad thing to do, but I don't remember what was the video about. So there's that. Something reminded me of you, but now I don't remember what was that reminded me of you. Oh, it was uh was it? No, I was watching. Okay, I remember now. I was watching Linus Media Group unload a um ambient or temperature control chamber that needed a truck to be unloaded. And um the reason why Linus bought it was because it was like $1,200 for it, even though um, the machinery on its own costs like 40 to 50,000. And I was like, that is something that Patrick would buy if it wasn't because it needs an entire crane to unload it. That was the thought. Oh, my back. That's today's stream. We got some interesting. Honestly, where, where are you? Honestly, this image is just a cool wallpaper. Anyways, I'll be back on Thursday. Yeah, we're gonna be starting Row County, I think it is. Um, so we'll be starting that, and this week normal, but next week on the weekend of the 31st, I won't be here. I got invited to hang out. And then maybe we'll do something fun on the 6th. You'll like that as a desktop wallpaper? I'm going to post it on the art corner shortly after I'm done with the stream. Because I would also like to use it as a wallpaper. Looks pretty sick. I did a good job. I think, Khaz, you've been wonderful. Remember that you're very important to me. And remember, don't let your friends tell you to stay away from Blender. I have to watch the movie, the Silent Hill movie. Probably could. What's the sure?